Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this deck guide video, I'm going to take a look at Dawn's #1 Legend Pure Paladin deck. Just because deck reaches #1 Legend doesn't mean that it's good though, but what does Dawn's build do and how does it differ from other Pure Paladin decks that are being played on the ladder? Dawn's deck is fairly straightforward, it's just like a train that keeps going on. It's strong against Lifesteal Demon Hunters, Spell Damage Mage and Rogues. It's generally strong against decks that you just need to present threats against. There are tons of threats in this deck, it can just keep going, presenting threats, dealing damage. However, the moment it loses the board, it's really difficult for this deck to come back, and it is incredibly weak against other Paladin decks. The majority of Paladin decks currently on the ladder features some sort of hard removal, so they can come back from a situation and turn the game around. This deck cannot do that. The only area of effect removal you have is Consecration, and that only works against small minions. So you're good at clearing something like rogue minions that often have 1 health, but really bad at clearing something a little bit bigger, unless you have minions of your own on the board. The threat density of the deck is impressive. There are 2 copies of Blessing of Kings, there's a Libra of Judgment, there are 2 copies of Lightforce Crusader, so you can really keep going and presenting those threats. That's the strength of the deck. But the comeback tools, they're just missing. Of course, it's a Pure Paladin, it's not a Broom Paladin, so Animated Broomstick is out of the question, but there's no Lord Barrow in the deck either, there's no Libra of Justice. There's just no way to turn big enemy threats into small threats. That's the kind of meta that this deck has been built for. And that in turn means that Mulligan is extremely crucial for the deck. The win rates of having your first turn plays are even higher with this deck than most other Paladin decks. First Day of School, Elder Attendant, you just have to get them. Once you have these, then you can look for your curve. Something like Shotput is useful, something like Consecration is useful against Token Druids, because there you can still do things with that, you can still swing the game back with that. And something like Goody 2 Shields is useful against Priest, because you can just present increasing threats against Priest, and 3-mana threat against Priest is still pretty early. But overall, this type of Paladin deck is not one of my favorites because it's so incredibly reliant on the mulligan, and there's very little gameplay to it, because you just cannot come back from behind. Still, it has been good enough to reach #1 Legend, so in the right meta against the right opponents, this sort of pressure tactic can work. Now, let's go take a look at the deck in action, and if you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my Twitch where I livestream Hearthstone. Alright, let's see about this rogue. Well, I can definitely play on curve here. That should be good. First Day of School and try to... Nah, we'll do the Shotput. But like here, First Day of School and play 2 1-drops was definitely an option. But Shotput with the Reborn might be okay. What if they coin the Greyheart Sage? Shotput is still probably better. Trading like that was a surprise. I didn't see that coming. I would not have to play the Goody. I can keep board. Bigger board than just the Goody. Okay, so it's First Day of School. Let's see about those 1-drops. Taunts are fine, I like taunts. I'll probably want that 1 damage to hit into a minion a little bit later. So here I'm just going to take that trade. And I might as well buff this one now. Use that to hit face a little. Might be difficult to disentangle my Libra of Wisdom from this Elder Attendant. That's possible. We'll see about that. I don't think I want to waste the healing here. I'm just going to play the Goody and hit face. This means that I have like Lightfoot Zealot and the Orc Merchant for next turn, for example. Can't do much about the stealth minions, of course. Sadly, I can't do much about the stealth minions. You're never really going to trade, you're going face. I mean, seriously. That's so wrong. That's so incredibly wrong. Don't do that. Well, anyway. Sometimes the evil wins because the good is dumb.
I feel bad for you.
That was just... They could have kept the Libram so that I can't free it. And they could have dealt more face damage. Like, that's not how you play that deck. Oof. That's one big weapon, though. One big weapon. This sort of deck runs Steel Dancers. So that's a bit of a problem for me. But I'll just have to hope that I'll manage. North Merchant will kill that. Exactly as planned there. I need to hold on a little while longer. Now, Steel Dancer could still swing the game for this rogue. That was top deck Steel Dancer. But it whiffed. Top deck Steel Dancer, but it whiffed. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Crusader time. Then the trade. And the trade. And that one goes face. Okay. 8 cards in hand. I have 2 Librams of Hope here. Do they have a second Steel Dancer though? Maybe they had one Steel Dancer already in hand, and they were not totally reliant on top deck. Nope, they didn't have. But they top decked 2 Steel Dancers in a row. 2 turns, 2 Steel Dancers. Impressive. Two draws, 2 Steel Dancers. How about that? I probably want the Libram of Hope here. Again, not really getting those discounts, but that's fine. There isn't anything better I can do, so that's the way it goes. Okay. The rogue has top decked the perfect card twice in a row. Make that 3 times in a row. This rogue is on a top deck spree. Look at that. Stealth whenever this attacks, draw 2 cards. Okay. Alright. Goes down to 6. But they get some more cards soon. And that's 9, 10, 11. 12 damage right there already. This has got to be the Libram of Hope again. Right. They still have Nitro Boost poisons and everything. Any chance for me to go wide? 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. How much damage can they get? There's still Eviscerates left, and Nitro Boost Poison 12 plus 12 would be like 24. It would be hard for them to get more than 24. Maybe 26.
Looks like I'm here just in time.
So this is the time to go wide. I don't think they have more than 26 damage no matter what. That's my bet. And because they're at 6 health, they will have to trade. Alright. Okay. We got the rogue to trade. What was the next part of the plan? So now there's 6, 10, 17 damage here. 4, 6, 10. So they could have up to 27 damage. That's possible. If I can find a Libra of Judgment, I win. But I have so many cards in the deck that it's unlikely. I believe I need to put another Taunt minion on the board here. And buff it up. Okay. I don't think this deck runs sap, but if they do, that might be a problem. Let's find out. The good doctor is in the house. It's a lot of buffs for the weapon. So I need a weapon top deck or like Zealot top deck or something. There's still one Eviscerate left. I can kill these two with the Consecration. That's 9 damage. There's one Deadly Poison left. I need to kill these two, right? I don't get to do a Hand of Adal. I should be able to survive though. So just consecrate those two away. Play the Truth Seeker. Buff it up a little. 9 damage here. They don't have another 8 left in the deck, they have only 6, I believe. Slessal, thanks for the host. There was the Eviscerate though. Oh noes. Alright, so I have had 3 discounts on the Librams, which is not enough to... I mean, Libram of Judgment costs 4. I have to get Libram of Judgment. That's 9 damage, so it kills me. The sword alone is enough to kill me. Okay, let's go. Hero power. The Hand of Adal. Try to find the lethal. Find the lethal, win the game. Alright, that's a lot of hands. Priest kept 2 cards. I mean, if they were to like coin Setek here, I wouldn't be able to respond. Well, we'll see. Toad Steel, so very control-ish priest. I have the option to play Goody. They would need to spend multiple cards to get rid of Goody. I think I'll try it. The other alternative was to simply Hand of Adal, the Silverhand Recruit. But that would also float 1 mana, so I kind of liked this one better. Do you think it's pure version because you think it's better or for content? For content. This is Dawn's #1 legend list, so I'm going to make a video that says Dawn's #1 legend list. Broom Paladin's obviously better. I mean, there's not even a contest. Now I will have to use the spell burst effect there, but it's okay. Couple of buffs in here and hit face a little bit. This makes it vulnerable to Shadow Word Death, but makes it less vulnerable to something like Penance and Breath of the Infinite. Pyro. How many spells? How many spells do you have with that Pyromancer? Ah, that was the Holy Smite, that was good. Did kill the Pyro though, so that's fine. Truth Seeker, it has to be the Truth Seeker. Whee! Cheap Librams coming right up. Pow. Is this going to be a Highlander Priest? Probably, right? Breath. That's cool. Don't mind a little bit of breathing. That's interesting. Because then if Priest steals it, then they don't get lifesteal.
Should I?
But they steal, then they get to kill the minion, of course. At 6 mana they can't do a Soul Mirror yet. They haven't had any discounts. Think I might go with the weapon next turn. Think I might try the weapon next turn and go wider this turn. Because it's not yet the time for the Soul Mirror. So 9-10 damage here. Not enough to kill the priest. Does the priest have apotheosis available? I mean, they could. Pushing 15 damage is still pretty scary. What if they have the Soul Mirror there, though? We'll worry about that one then. I mean, Soul Mirror means that the priest dies, because I can double consecrate. So they can't Soul Mirror. Okay, you Soul Mirror and you're dead. Very, very dead. You think you're alive, but you're actually dead. Now he'll get the taunt from the Karsh. But because there's not enough mana and there's death to the double consecration, then it was still the right move. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.